This woman she has a 10-year-old. This man killed a 14-year-old and shot a 10-year-old. And this poor 10-year-old is asking, why would somebody do that? And I'm looking at this woman, it's like, you behavior. Look at what you're involved in, you trash ass. I know who I am, and you, low life, involved in a program that literally torture babies, will never make me accept these things. It was something about four. When every time there's something about four, they try to make me think, remember what you did, you pay for what you did as a kid. I was like, what? Let me listen to the 4-year-old with Down syndrome being sexually tortured by trash like you involved in this program. It's like, I did this. Like, what you think you can do any of this to me unless you're involved in a program that does that to children? No. The blood of any man and woman and child that died in this program is on the hand of everybody who participated in any of this program. Because none of it can be done to me unless you're involved in a program that does this. And if you try to make me think that this is anything by a mass government running this program, you're deluded. Tell me about this trend so you can make me believe this bullshit. These quote-unquote mappers. No wonder there's so many pedophiles in these agencies, because they need a lot of mappers. Try to make me believe now what we did is like we look at your brain versus your brain as a child and we mapped it, and you see who's talking, some fucking retard. Who's renowned to be manipulating people in these pedophilia ways. And this woman, knowing that this is a tactic they use to break people down, would bring her the baby picture of a child right next to her. Because they know that they can manipulate the brain in these pedophilia ways. And I can see her, she doesn't give a damn. She wants to make herself believe in whatever fantasy. It's like, nope. You're going to do what you're involved in this. You're going to do what you do in this. And know what you're involved in. Anybody who came and say Roy Moore, trust me, I know where they are. Oh, but he'll say it. They create stories so much so that they're like, because I talk about a 10-year-old who got shot in the leg. I hear this trash like, you have a 10-year-old. And they're like, yeah, his name is Deontay or something like that in my brain. They can create the story with no shame. Matter of fact, this is why I'm making this video. The way they've twisted reality. That's the job. They truly are. This cognitive warfare that we test subject to is how to break down a target visual. I've been with women and for one night or so, and I'm not perfect. And let me just say, I know my imperfection. They just try to twist things around in different ways. I have no shame about that. I'm never going to make myself a sin. Matter of fact, I remember me talking to my friends about it. So, I have no problem talking about it because I know who I am. I'm not going to act like here I'm a perfect person. Never me. I hate that. Oh, zero. I'm far from perfect. But I know the reality. What they try to do is they twist the stories. You saw the video about me with 19-year-old that they tried when I was like 20-something. They tried to change it by babysism. Oh, now the stories are even others. I'm with this person who for sure is even perhaps most likely older than me, right? Not too much. And she talks about how I remind her of some boyfriend that she was with who was younger than her, that I think he was in high school. And she was like an older person, right? I don't know about how much, but she was saying that this guy that she was with was in high school. And I reminded her of that. Because I looked like I was a younger person. I looked younger than what she thought. And she definitely was either a year older or so, but not too much. But she thought I look young, like somebody she was with that was in high school. And she was the older one. You know what they try to do? The way they twist it? You hear this trash running around, these bottom feeders. Because you know how pathetic it is? They sold their kids to participate in a frame. So they are here saying that I'm raping them or some nastiness. These kids, these trash retardos, that they're going to be doomed. That's what this fucking trash, the client, the people I work with, they thank them. Because they wouldn't do that to their kids. But they're thankful for this piece of shit living around me that be willing to sell their kids for this program. So now this story, like this woman is literally saying that I remind her of somebody that she was with that was younger than her. right? She's insinuating that she reminds me of somebody she was with that was younger than her, right? In high school, something like that. He was in high school, something like that. That I remind her of that. So she thinks that I'm younger than her. You know how they try to twist this? She's like, no, you see, what she was saying is, she's in high school, and so she was saying that you remind her of somebody in high school that, or somebody that went to high school or that was in high school. To twist the story in this ways, when the reality is she's somebody who's saying, I used to date somebody who was a youngin, right? And he was in high school or something like that. And I reminded her of that guy. You hear these retards making noise campaign. This is trash. I'm glad they leave this. And to them, they're normalizing because they've grown this slow life to do these things. Because the truth is, if anything, it looks like I'm the young person that she thinks I'm so young that I'm somebody who's still in high school. That I remind her of that guy. That I think at this point now was in jail or something like that. And I reminded her of that, saying that you remind me of somebody I was with who's younger than me, a younger person. But they twist it in a different fashion. This is how they create and really my brain. I know I'm not gonna, my thoughts are gonna be manipulated to think in this ways. But this is how they twist things around. And this is not the first time. Some other time I'm with this woman, and she looked at me. She's like, oh, you look so innocent, but you don't know what, thinking that I'm like some underage or some very young person. I know I look younger than my age. But try to twist us, like, you see, that means that, she was saying that what you're doing was so wrong. And the truth is, they just tried to twist in something else. Continuously recreating stories in a different narration to paint these bullshit stories because they have sold these retards. So for me, when we see each other and you think I'm gonna go with this retardation that you put the storylines when somebody's literally saying I look so much younger, I look younger, that she thinks of somebody that was in high school that was with her at some point that when she was like that was younger than her. Calling out that, oh yeah, I was with this younger guy who was there. Twisting, it's like, no, that means that she was also in. It's like, please, if you see her, oh my gosh, she was over a cigarette and everything. I'm like, okay. No shame. Obviously, seeing that this is a grown woman, most likely older than me too, thinking that I'm so much younger than her, I remind her of some guy she was with, that this guy was in high school. Making her look like somebody who goes with younger people. But they twisted this to create the stories because there's these children that they sold to these pedophiles that are prepping this fucking pedophilia framing stuff and want me to accept this story. And you hear the noise campaign, you hear this trash like, man, I have to trash us. Go ahead. Embarrass yourself in front of me like this. And you're like, no, we there. You can't even say Roy Moore, man that picked up 14-year-old trash like you. Sorry. 14-year-old kids that are kids, but you're the trash over here trying to damn right there, but I will not even dare say this name clearly for me to hear. You're just a coward low life being groomed to do this nasty pedophilia things to people. And don't worry, a coward like you, it's easy to do what they do. But for me, I'm going to humiliate them. So when I see this woman try to come and like, nah, you piss, boom, piss it. Just the way you twist stories. I know who I am. If anything, if anything, it looks like I look like this underage guy, and people didn't think I was an adult. That they're like, oh, you don't know what it's like. At the time, at least. But the way they try to twist the stories to create this storyline where I'm with these underage people, and instead of the other way around where they think I'm the one who's underage, or me, I'm the much younger person. It shows how clownly the level of just. But you gotta be strong. This is the psychological aspect of the manipulation, the psychological torments. Now, I've humiliated these people. Do you understand? They want you to identify, and they think they can act these stories. They can act in a way. They can gaslight you into accepting this perception of reality that they falsified to this point. And they're like, you're gonna get, this is gonna happen to you. This is whatever is gonna happen to me. God give me strength, but thank you, God, for me to be able to see things for what they are, instead of how they try to paint it and manipulate it in the storyline, because they are here framing me with these retards. That they're gonna make the mistake. I'm telling you, they're gonna make a mistake. They're gonna try to act this way. I'm like, you think the way you twist the story? God give me strength. I'm not a Robert Card. I don't want to go like that. I would be tortured than do anything to this low life that have to live life where they twist reality and call it reality and send this retard running back and forth. Target individuals, stay strong.